Have you been mindlessly scrolling your summer away? Well, it's time to fix that. How? I literally have nothing to do. Let's start with getting your butt out of bed. Hello, my name is Ruth. I've come up with 100 plus things for you to do this summer, and I've categorized them so you can skip around to things you are most interested in. Now let's get started on making this your best summer yet. The first category we're going to hit is arts and crafts, because I am an artsy type person. If you don't like creative work or artsy stuff, you can skip past this. I've also put timestamp. Decorate your digital camera, or any camera in fact. I recently decorated my digital camera. This is how it looks. It has a lot going on kind of, but it's very cute and like girly. And I also attached this keychain, making bracelets. I actually have a lot of handmade bracelets. I think that would be a fun activity. Plus you can add them to your jewelry collection and wear them. Paint tote bags. You can bring that tote bag to the beach, and if someone asks you, oh, where did you get that? You could be like, I painted it. I think if you're like a really good painter, that would be a fun thing to do, and plus it's a little flex. Summer vision board / mid-year rebrand, especially since we're in the month of July. It's halfway through the year. It's a little more than halfway through the year. This is your time to get done all your New Year's resolutions that you haven't gotten done yet. I think this would be a fun little new updated vision board. Painting. I think you can learn how to paint this summer. It's actually very therapeutic, and I learned through YouTube and I paint a lot, so definitely try that out. Scrapbooking. This is actually something I really want to do this summer. I feel like sometimes it can feel very overwhelming, especially if you're a perfectionist, which I am. I think if you're like not a perfectionist or you like to collect a lot of stuff, this is a fun creative outlet. Decorate rulers / paint them. I was scrolling through Pinterest. This seemed like really fun, and I looked at it and they actually look really cute, and you always need rulers, so why not have a nice looking ruler. Flower arrangements with friends. I feel like because a lot of people are going out getting flowers and stuff like that, you can always just like learn, and it's a nice creative outlet. Paint candles. I've seen this a lot on Pinterest, and I've heard it's like very easy DIY project, and I think that would be really fun to have some cute little candles. Paint cups. We always need cups, and it'd be nice to have a cup of your own that you can be like, I painted this. Paint CDs. I saw some room decoration ideas, and people like hang up CDs because it's reflective, so it gives like a little nice edge to your room, I guess. I've seen people paint the CDs, and I think they just look super nice. Seashell hair clips. I think this sounds so fun. You can just find some seashells on the beach and have some plain clips and just glue them on, and then you have like a seashell clip. Also make sure the seashells you're collecting are safe, because I've seen some TikToks of poisonous seashells and I'm kind of scared. Altoid tin wallets. This is actually really interesting, and you can like have a little box that you can collect stuff in. It's like aesthetic and stuff like that, and I think that'd be super cool to have one. Lip gloss keychain. This has been like trending for a long time. I think it's super easy and also seems like cute, and then of course you can reuse that keychain. Bookmark keychains. I've seen these on Pinterest more, but I haven't really seen them on like Instagram or TikTok. It'd be really cool to make one. It seems like pretty fun, and it's like aesthetic too. Hairbrush decoration. I see a lot of inspiration where people paint their hairbrushes, people bedazzle them. I think you can do a lot with your hairbrush, and since you use it every day, like might as well make it look nice. Shell candles. This one, I think it's super cool. It kind of looks like it's like an oyster, and the candle's the oyster. I think that would be a super cool idea. A cute room decoration. Bedazzled chargers. When I see something bedazzled, I'm like, wow, that's like super cool. Chargers, they kind of look plain. It'd be kind of cool to make them look sparkly and in a different color. Make flowered crowns. I feel like this would be a little more complicated depending on if you want to use live flowers or fake flowers. I personally would use fake flowers so I could just keep it, so all the work that I've worked hard for will stay forever. I think you can easily find tutorials on YouTube, on Instagram, TikTok, on Pinterest. DIY beaded phone charm. I think it's a really cool cool idea. Sometimes you just don't want to hold your phone, so you could just have a little beaded keychain. Air clay creation. I think clay is super fun, especially air clay, because it just dries on its own. You can make whatever you like. It just seems like super fun. Press flowers. I think when I was younger, my mom and my older sister, they used to press flowers, and they actually last a really long time. It looks really pretty too, so I think this would be a fun idea to try. Create your own recipe book. If you have a recipe that's really like your favorite, or like you make your own changes to it, or you have something from your mom, your grandma, your dad, anyone, you can make a little recipe book and make it look aesthetic. Try bullet journaling. Sometimes for me, if I'm too lazy and I don't want to write out all my thoughts, I'll just bullet journal. I think this is a really fun, easy way to start journaling. Redecorate your room. I reorganized my room recently. As you can see, my bed is now here. I think it's just a nice, fun way to kind of change your personal space. Kind of feels like a new room when you redecorate or reorganize your room. Learn origami. I think origami is super cool, and like when people are bored and they just fold a piece of paper into something really cool, I'm like, wow. The next category is outdoor adventures. I'm kind of an outdoorsy girl, but kind of not at the same time, because I hate bugs. But I just love nature, but I just hate bugs. Hiking. I think it's a very good way to get your steps in, enjoy nature, get some vitamin D into your system. I like to hike, but the only downside is I get a lot of mosquito bites. Outdoor camping in your backyard. I think this is like a really cool idea, especially if you live in a place that's very like surrounded by nature. This would just be like cool. You're like immersing yourself in your surroundings and in nature. Sunset drive. Especially if you live near the beach, I think this would be super cool. But even if you don't, like, sunsets are so pretty. Chalk on sidewalk. You can use your sidewalks. I think it's really easy to rinse off, and hopefully it's not toxic. If it's toxic, don't do it. Berry picking. I want to do this so bad. I want to take pictures in a field and pick berries and wear a flowery dress, but I think this would be like a cool, fun idea. Until you see bugs. But beach volleyball. I'd like to say I'm athletic, but I think because I haven't really been active, my skills in volleyball have diminished, and now I'm super bad at it. You know, just go to the beach, grab some friends, and play volleyball. If you're good at volleyball, you can have a very fun time. But if you're not, I'm sorry. Sometimes sports aren't for everyone. But we can always learn. Picnic in the park. I think with a blanket, some charcuterie food, and just like a chit chat with your friends or your family, I think this would be a really nice, relaxing day. Sunset bike ride. Instead of riding a car, you could ride a bike. I think riding a bike would be more fun. I feel like you have more freedom. You can enjoy the fresh air, and you can enjoy the breeze as you ride your bike. Flower field. I definitely want to go to a flower field one day. When I go to UC San Diego, they have the Carlsbad flower field. Once the season comes around, I'm definitely going. You'll find me there and you'll see pictures. Rollerblading at sunset. I think this is also a cool way to get your exercise in. If you don't have rollerblades, you can use roller skates. You can always just walk too if you don't have any of those. Nature walk. From what I researched, I think it's just like enjoying nature, like taking in your surroundings. Don't be on your phone, don't be listening to your music. Take in your surroundings, like immerse yourself in nature. Be one with nature. Go to a botanical garden. Whenever I go to one, like there's so many beautiful plants. You're like immersing yourself in greenery, especially with the botanical gardens that have like fountains. I feel like that's super cool. Exercise outdoors. If you're not allergic to grass, take advantage of that and exercise outside, because I think it's just like immersing yourself in nature again. But also if there's like a nice breeze, it can, you know, be a natural fan for you. Water balloon fight. I feel like this is very like, oh, this is like a kiddie thing to do, but no. Tanning day. Make sure you wear sunscreen, because yes, we want to be tan, but we also don't want skin cancer. Visit a national park if you're in the US, but if you're not and you travel to the US, visit national parks. They're so pretty, and there's so many national parks. There's also smaller national parks that aren't as well known of, but they're so beautiful. So go visit a national national park. As you can tell, guys, I love nature. Carnival. I think this is a really fun thing to do. It would be a really nice hangout to have with friends. Mini golf. I've never went mini golfing before. The only golfing I've done is on game pigeons. I think mini golfing is a fun little activity to have with your family or your friends. Now, next on, my second favorite, food and treats, because who doesn't love food and who doesn't love a sweet treat or just any treat? Ice cream. You can like go to a local shop, grab some ice cream with your friends and just enjoy a day out eating your ice cream, especially in the summer. Strawberry matcha. I want to try that so bad. If you can make your own strawberry matcha, please give it to me. Make acai bowl. I really want to try one. I think if you can make your own, if you have the fruit, you have the blender, you have all the supplies to do so, go make yourself an acai bowl. Homemade popsicles. I think this would be really cool, especially if you have a juice that you like the most, then you can like make your own popsicles, especially on hot summer days. Try a new drink recipe every day. Like save that money and make your own. I'm sure like online there are so many good recipes. You can just try them and be like, is this person a fraud or does it actually taste good? Master a signature dish. Especially if you're going into college or you're a young adult, you can master a signature dish, so then whenever someone comes over, you make that dish and everyone eats it and compliments you and thinks you're an amazing chef. Make your own smoothie bowl. I love fruit. I love cold stuff. It's like a nice way to cool off. Try trending TikTok food recipes. I feel like I've seen a lot of videos where people are like, oh, I'm gonna make the top 5 trending TikTok foods. I think this would just be really cool to do instead of just watching someone else do. Bake and decorate sugar cookies with friends. I think it's like cute, and also sugar cookies are yummy, and honestly I don't think it could be that hard to ruin them. You can always decorate them and make it however you like them to look like. Learn to cook, because this is a life skill. Learn to bake. I need to learn how to bake because the only thing I can bake is brownies. If you don't know how to bake, we can learn together. Make huache. Did I say that right? I'm sorry guys if I said that wrong. If you don't know what I'm talking about because I butchered the name, it's basically this bowl where you add like a whole bunch of yummy stuff. It looks so yummy and it looks so easy to make. Make pizza. This might sound hard, but based on pictures and videos I've seen, it kind of looks easy. Okay, you know what? Maybe it's not easy, but it looks really fun. I think you guys should definitely try that. Make summer drinks. I mean, this is kind of similar to like trying a new drink recipe every week, but you can make summer drinks instead. My next category, this is my favorite, fun and social. We always like to hang out with friends and family, and I have a few ideas for your next hangout. Go to a farmer's market. You're also supporting local businesses, I think. It's also a really nice aesthetic, so I definitely will be going to farmers markets when I go to UCSD because I think there are a few. Go to a flea market. If you love to thrift, if you want to be sustainable, go to a flea market. I definitely want to go to one because I like thrifting and I also want to try to be as sustainable as I can. I think that'll just be a fun little thing to do. Which leads us to the next thing. Go thrifting. Thrift your summer wardrobe. I kind of did. I just bought a whole bunch of skirts. Going thrifting is so fun, or at least for me. I don't know about you, but I love like going through everything, seeing if I could make an outfit with it, you know, finding some gems. If you do it with friends, make sure they also want to go thrifting, because if they don't want to go, they're gonna be miserable. So go with someone who loves thrifting too. Outdoor movie theater. It seems really fun in my opinion. I don't know if I would prefer that over an actual theater. Cards Day. One of my friends, she is obsessed with this game called Cambio. I think, you know, if you like playing cards, you should have a cards day where you just go somewhere and hang out and play cards. Bowling night. The ones I've gone to, it's usually for like birthdays, but you know, might as well make it a hangout instead of just only for birthdays. Play pickleball. Get your exercise in this summer. Pickleball is easier than tennis. Pretty sure it is. It's like a fun way to get active. And sleepover. I think it'd be fun to go to a sleepover. Whenever I go to sleepovers, I always have so much fun. We get to talk, we get to stay up late, go to a concert. Oh my gosh, I still haven't gone to my first concert yet. Concerts are so fun from the looks of it, and I think it's just such a vibe. Bonfire and roast marshmallows. This is also kind of like beach themey. If you don't want to go to the beach or you don't live close to a beach, you can easily, if you have a fire pit, just roast some marshmallows. Karaoke night. Oh my gosh, I still have to go and do karaoke night. This seems really fun. You know, you get to sing songs that you like, do nails together. We always have that artsy person. That person can do everyone's nails, and then you have a free nail appointment. Movie marathon. If you want to rot for one day, just have a movie marathon and just watch as many movies as you can. I would do that. Get your ears pierced or get a second piercing. I still don't have my ears pierced, but I don't know when I can get them pierced. If your parents let you get your ears pierced, go pierce your ears and get a second piercing. You know those people who have like a whole bunch of piercings? I think it's really cool, and I definitely am gonna get multiple piercings. Have a shopping day. Even if you don't have any money like me, you can just go window shopping. Why not? Vlog. I know some people like their camera shy. Vlogging, you can like keep it as a memory for yourself. It's kind of like taking pictures. A vlog is a form of a memory, and you can keep that to yourself and you don't have to share with anyone. For me, I decide to share with people, but you don't have to. Drive-in movies. You can go with your family, you can go with your friends. Seems like a fun little night. Escape room. I want to go to one so bad. I haven't gone to one yet, but they're so expensive. If you find a cheap one, like, let me know, but make sure it's not sus. Board game night. You know, instead of scrolling on your phone forever, go have a board game night, because everyone loves a little friendly competition. Attend a music festival. This is kind of similar to a concert, but it's like a little different. In UCSD, they have a music festival. I definitely want to go to it. Visit an aquarium. Aquariums are so pretty. You get a glimpse into the underworld. 3 more categories. This is the 4th category, and it's self-care and glowing up this summer. When I mean glow up, I don't mean like, oh, you ugly right now, you need to look better. I just mean like for funsies, you know? Dye your hair a color it's never been before. I personally want to dye my hair cherry red, and it's like brownish too. I've never dyed my hair before, but I want to dye it so bad. It'd be super cool to have like a little change of hair. Dress to impress in real life. This honestly seems like such a fun idea because I love dressing up. I love fashion. I like playing dress to impress. Sometimes I play with my friends only though. You can do it with your siblings or you can do it with your friends. New haircut. For the summer, you can have a little fresh cut. You can get bangs. You can get a different hairstyle that you usually don't get. Gratitude journaling. I do this every single day. It helps your mental health. Just look at what you have instead of looking at what you don't have. Start journaling. I promise you guys. It like helps your mental health. It clears my mind. It helps me sleep at night. It also kind of lulls me to bed. The second to last category, learning and growth. If you're out of school or you're like me who's a senior who's going to enter college and you basically don't have to go to school anymore, I think this is a chance to, you know, learn and grow. What I had on my bucket list is expand your vocabulary, learn 20 new words. Especially in this like generation, we kind of have a lot of Gen Z slang, but when I hear someone speak very eloquently, they're articulate, I think that's something I want to be like and I want to achieve. So I think a way to do that is expand your vocabulary, learn new words, learn how to use them in sentences, and soon you will be that person who can speak eloquently. Learn a new language. People who are bilingual are cool, and I want to learn Chinese and I want to be bilingual, but it's actually so hard. Learn to crochet. I know how to crochet, and in my opinion it has like a very sharp learning curve, but once you get over that learning curve, it's like very fun. You can basically do anything. Read from a genre you have never read. Could expand what I know. No social media for 24 hours. Honestly, we kind of need to have a social media detox. So this summer, this is your chance. Listen to podcasts while doing something, especially if I'm doing art or if I'm crocheting or doing something that's kind of mindless, then I'll listen to a podcast. You can expand what you know. You can listen to something that can help you learn something new. Volunteer. There's a lot of volunteer opportunities. Honestly, it's a good way to spend your summer. So the last category, chill and cozy. What you can do at home. Binge watch a TV show. I did that recently and honestly it was kind of bad for me. I binge watched Love Island season 7 because on my TikTok For You page there was so much drama and like stuff that was happening. I was like, I need to know what's happening. So I binged watch, and also some of my friends were watching, and then we were able to, you know, discuss. Beach read day. You can go to the beach, bring a book with you, and while you're tan, you can read your book. Create a summer playlist. You know, get the summer vibes. I create monthly playlists, but right now I've been obsessed with the K-pop Demon Hunter soundtrack. Those are all my ideas for my summer bucket list that you can add to yours. Let me know down in the comments what your summer bucket list is, and comment this emoji if you made it all the way up to here. If you did, you're a real one. Thank you for staying all the way till the end. Subscribe if you haven't already, and like this video because it helps me out. Thank you for watching. Bye.